Io incomincerei. Ho avviato la live, ma ti faccio anche condivisione se vuoi. Però vedi che è un gioco strano, cioè non è uno dei miei giochi che faccio sempre. E la cosa, tra virgolette, brutta è che è solo in inglese. Quindi, sì. Devo stare. Ma non lo so, ci saranno crimini, cose. Nuova partita. Thinker. Archetype, tipo extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, come up with very original ideas. Very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable. Might begin to lose his... No. Extremely physical. Interacts with the world through his body. Get things done, but dumb as... Che stupido come un sasso. Io questo qui è molto psicologico. Ah, crea il tuo. No, io voglio stare su questi, però forse farei il Thinker. Allora, questi credo sono i detective che tu puoi scegliere. Tu puoi essere uno di questi, oppure te ne crei uno tuo. Vediamo che faccio creare. Come... Ah. Non ho capito, ma va bene. Facciamo... Vorrei fare il sensitivo, ma pare un po' ubriacone questo, però. Dice che è un poco intelligente, però. Ma è molto psicologico, quindi io penso che può servire. Fisica ce l'ha. No, no, psicologico è troppo stupido. Ah, psicologico, avevo capito fisico, scusa. Tu sceglieresti psicologico sensitivo? Sì, sì. Sì. Va bene, andiamo con lui. A home in the mirror. It, it is the address. Even the clearest weather. Ecco.
There
Inizio.
is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness.
Oscurità
Your
primordiale.
conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Oh, antico cervello reptiliano. Ma che cazzo vuol dire?
Ever.
Ok. Ah, meno male che parla così con le pause. Top.
Never, ever.
Simply keep on. Simply keep on not existing. Ah, posso scegliere. No, never ever ever mi sembra tipo prenderlo per il culo.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
An inordinate amount of time pass. It is utterly void. E qua bisogna iniziare a usare il mio bellissimo Google Translate. Comunque io sono in... ciao. Comunque io sono in live e sto giocando in un gioco che è totalmente inglese ed è critica qua la situazione perché ci iniziano ad essere paroloni strani e nulla, quindi io sto giocando, se vuoi puoi venire e io dovrei essere una sorta di detective e, sì, insomma, buona fortuna a me. Allora facciamo così, mi creo un PowerPoint, non si mi creo un ma non sono in chiamata con lei. Allora, utterly. Che vuol dire utterly? Sì, sì. Assolutamente. Utterly vuol dire assolutamente. Assolutamente. Un vuoto di lotte, tipo, di resistenza. Sì. No ex-wives are contained within it. This is great. Non ci stanno ex mogli.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
Oblivion. Provochiamo.
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
Alons. Let's go. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning lights and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Ma che cazzo? Mi piace ricevere cose da persone che non vogliono darmi niente. Alloys. Che cosa vuol dire? Ah, in francese, vabbè, magari il francese mi mente.
Alright. Nothing town to fuck all borough.
Ma che cazzo? Ah, Borgo. Dalla città di niente al borgo di fottetevi tutti, una roba del genere. A return trip to the silence, please. Let's visit the ancient zero home. Look, I am tired of being this type of animal. And who gives a shit?
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me a song of death.
The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation.
Ok. E ora mi sembra che era tipo dolore, un bel genere. Irritato, ecco. No, no, no. Non so neanche che cazzo sia sta voce.
Like a fly to the ointment.
You can
Sì, va
take
bene.
it. You're a champion.
Oh, medium success. You can take it. Mother, help me. There is a head attack to my neck. And I'm in it. Ma che cazzo? Stop. I don't want to hear anything more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless. Into the formless. Disembodied. Ma che... Disembodied non vuol dire tipo dissezionato. Disembodied. Disincarnato. Mamma mia. Sì. Mi sa che il gameplay sarà lungo qua.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Ah, hai capito. Madonna, sono un alcolizzato. Sono mutande, vero? Ah, cammini però... No, non cammini. Vai così. Mettiti qualcosa, dai. Ah, cammino. Guarda. Che cos'ha? Jacket, hat, ok. Ma a me sembra un po' nudo. Ok, ora sono vestito.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Ok.
Or
Chissà come
has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Se vuoi. Fair. Medium. Grab the tie. Pull on the light bulb. E io non la farei. Perché dice che le probabilità di riuscirci sono basse. E se sbaglio che succede? Boh. Vediamo.
You swoop up and catch the
Minchia,
tie.
ce l'ho fatta.
Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. The necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. The blades come squeaking to a halt.
Ok, l'ho fermato.
A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact. The lights are off.
Ah, ok, ok. Praticamente siccome sono in hangover, tipo che mi sta dolendo la testa e tutto, se accendo la luce mi fa male alla testa. Quindi l'ho spenta. Ok.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Io con la sfiga che c'ho sbaglio, anche se prima l'ho azzeccato.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. You mean someone else took your shoe off and smashed the window with it? A cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold. The window stands broken in its frame. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Ok. Mamma mia, veramente malato.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Rubinetto. Mm, 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 mm. Mm. Eccoci qua. Ok. Io un attimo, Pappogno, sto... No, anzi, ti abbasso, non ti muto. Ma non ho nulla contro di te, perché adesso devo... Veramente, ci stanno troppe scritte. Mi dispiace, Andania. E... Nunzia, se ci sei in chat, batti un colpo. Batti un colpo tipo così, guarda, tipo... Sì, sì, sì. Usa... Eh, dai, aiutami. Ma veramente, se tu vieni anche in chiamata, potresti aiutarmi perché questo gioco è interessante. Sono un detective. Praticamente io adesso sono un detective che si è appena svegliato da un hangover, tipo ho fatto bordello, non so che cazzo ha fatto il mio personaggio, e sto cercando di capire cosa è successo in generale, che cosa ho combinato. Per ora la trama è questa. E ci sta una sorta di voce di sottofondo che mi sta guidando, tipo mi parla, tipo mi dice, che ne so, tipo per esempio prima mi sono messo a guardare una finestra e lui tipo mi ha fatto notare che la finestra è stata rotta da dentro perché non ci stanno... Se mi funziona adesso... Ma non posso spendere 90.000 euro. Mamma mia. Ah, la povertà. Questa gente povera. Io veramente non lo capisco. Tutti a stavarano, siamo unita. Fa salire il siciliano che è in me. Ehm... Sì, io un attimo volevo entrare nella mia live. Entro nella mia live dal computer così vedi i tuoi messaggi e non ti cago più qua nella play. Mi sembra corretto. Ah, comunque ti saluta Antonio. Ok. Chiudi. Scrivo anche un messaggio. Ricambia D'Antonio. Ok, continuiamo il gioco. Un attimo di silence.
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
Ok, hai capito che cosa ha detto qua, Nunzia? Leggi. Niente, Papponio. Aspetta. No, forse non c'è bisogno che ti muta. Ti abbasso proprio al minimo. Parla? È perché devo stare attento anche ai suoni, lo so. Ma come stai uscendo? Ma stai uscendo che stai uscendo proprio? Di casa? Dalla chiamata. Vaffanculo allora. Ciao. Fanculizzati. Oh, tagliela. Va bene, Gigunzia. Vai. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just an outline of a man.
Suddenly, you realize you
Suddenly,
have
you
no memory
realize you
of
have
the
no
face that
memory of the
awaits you
face
there,
that waits you there.
underneath the soft vapor.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Ma io voglio vedere che cazzo.
Behold.
Behold, ma che bello che sono. Antonio, ma che bello che sono. Ti piacciono? Sembro Joel fatto sotto acidi. Aspetta un attimo, ti alzo un po' adesso. Ok.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late stage
Too
alcoholic.
late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Ma che cazzo vuole questo? Mi sta chiedendo perché la mia faccia è così? God, I don't know. It's indescribable. Indescribable. Come cazzo si dice? Indescribable. Well, I think I'm supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it out too, in a sad, has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it.
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Possiamo provarci.
It belongs in the new, the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species.
Ah, revolution that, for a fleeting moment, come noi, come noi.
Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume Lamillion.
Lamminchion. Guillaume Lamminchion.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music in an open air, somewhere in area west, Gilliman's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit, then he made the expression. I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it click click. How long ago was the new? Anything else? Like where am I? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the recent history of disco. The rest is darkness.
You have some understanding of the recent history of disco. The rest is darkness. Okay. How long ago?
Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
Grimace. Ah, quante parole. Smorfia. C'è Grimace, smorfia. Ok. Quindi io ho questo sguardo perennemente. I feel the need to add a... No. I guess that's it then.
It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Cessare, credo sì, se cessare, mi sa. Sì, vabbè dai. Cease. Wow. Cioè, sto proprio fatto forte. Sono strafatto. Poi da quando? Ma niente di importante.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Fish them out. Cioè, fish them, pescare fuori.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Cioè, veramente, anche per questi dettagli, che gioco strano. Ah, mi sono svegliato.
Hello, officer.
Officer? Eh sì, perché sono un detective.
young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Am I military personnel? No.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Ma no, ma questo qui mi vuole far fare cose sbagliate.
Because you're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
Right here. Yeah. Right here. Re. He. Rehearsed. Prova. Okay.
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
No. Antonio. Ci sta una scelta qua che dice: hai presente lo sguardo, che quello sguardo fa parte di me? Dice, fa una, il gioco mi sta consigliando qualcosa. Suggerimento, sfida 12. Prova l'espressione su di lei, fagli capire che la vuoi fisicamente. No, cazzo, sono troppo curioso. Penso di sì. Da faccia e scappa. E poi dice che non può essere ritirato se lo fai. Però dice che può funzionare.
Try the expression. Come on, why are you still doing this?
I'm at that door, bloated and gone. I'm still. Does the longing ever stop? Ok, vediamo che cosa mi dirà. Un attimo, perché adesso sto parlando con quest'essere che comunica con me. Longing, desiderio. Longing.
Alcohol raises testosterone levels, especially in men. The levels remain elevated after inebriation ends and the pain begins. You seek comfort. It's only natural.
Ah, dice che io sono così per colpa dell'alcol.
She puts out her cigarette. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
And now, it never stops. Goodbye.
Ma come goodbye? No! No.
The door is closed.
La porta è chiusa, prova ad aprire e bussa. Bussiamo, dai, cerchiamo di essere un po' invadenti.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Minchia, davvero, questa cosa è vera. Un tremendo senso di solitudine ti avvolge. Tutti nel mondo stanno facendo qualcosa senza di te. Wow. Swallow the emotion. Beauty, don't abandon me. Ma così io sto parlando a lei? Non l'ho capito. Ma io no, vabbè, non la voglio disturbare.
The door is closed.
Ok, proviamoci. La importuna ancora? Sì o no? Va bene. Detective Antonio,
The
vediamo
door
Antonio
is
come...
closed.
Prova ad aprire.
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. Still no answer.
Bussa di nuovo più forte.
Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
No! Oddio! No, allora, Suppress the Urge è tipo calmati. La prima è brutta puttana, tipo. Tipo fottuta puttana. Mentre la seconda è tipo colpisci la porta, tipo dai un pugno alla porta. Mi fa ridere, quale devo fare? Ah, vabbè, sì, la vorrei giocare. Ok, da un pugno alla porta, vediamo che succede.
You slam your fist into the vine. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do.
Oddio. No, ma non viene. You slam your... It does not. Le torsi. Ah, cazzo, se fosse stato più forte, magari avrei fatto un buco alla porta. Allora.
Still, you should punch a fucking hole in it. That felt good. Everyone is a whore. Now punch a hole in the door.
Ma che cazzo? Questo ha fatto bene. Sono tutte delle puttane. Ora colpisci la porta.
Don't. Everyone is a whore. What does that even? You slam your fist into the vine. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame.
Va bene, basta. Niente, non apre. Ci ho provato. Gliel'ho detto già. L'ho detto. Ti immagini, tipo in realtà ci sta. Devo aspettare solo un pochino in più. Io non lo sento perché Gabriel l'ho dovuto mutare. Cos'è? Oh, Dio, bellissimo.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Pane. Sì,
Of
infatti.
course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. Input through a PA system. By other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
Ah, quindi i pensieri ogni tanto diventano cattivi.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Sideways glance. Sguardo, tipo, che vuol dire? Occhiata.
That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Beh, effettivamente. Che cazzo mi ignori, coglione? E io qua mi incazzo, a me mi dà fastidio. Metti caso che volessi da bere. Che fa, mi ignora? No, mi dà fastidio. Io ogni volta i miei clienti li guardo in faccia subito. Disdain. Disprezzo, appunto. No, 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 questo è troppo. Troppo.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. Mm-hmm.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
Mend. Mend lo sapevo che significava. E ripara, appunto.
Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there.
Tapping.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop. Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Did you ride in, take the body down?
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here. No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Vabbè, sei una bella testa di cazzo, bravo. Ci dice che c'è un mio amico qua sotto in a jumper. Dammi tu.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks as you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Mamma mia, veramente. Che linguaggio strano. Hurl. Hurl è vomitare. Ma mi sembra senza H. Lanciare, infatti, così è lanciare. Quindi, se la finestra si è rotta e tutto il mondo discendesse su di te, quest'uomo si sarebbe tirato fuori? Fino alla morte per salvarti.
He is your half-brother.
Mezzo fratello.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct
Ma
57.
questo perché è
You
un
must be from
coreano.
the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Okay then.
Disregards. Tipo che non gradisce. Infatti disprezzi. Disregards.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Anche perché quello mi ha detto di parlare.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Io non so un cazzo.
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice. Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? Mm-hmm.
Porca troia.
So, the body is still in...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
Ah,
If you
normale.
need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Dove vai, Antonio? Ah, oggi vai anche quindi?
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort.
Mhm. Sì. No, non mi troverai.
The best cure for a headache is, of course,
Cioè, dai.
morphine. They won't have that. So cigarettes will have to do.
Va bene. Cioè,
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting.
oh shit.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
Harbinger. Eh? presagio.
Fantastic.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. I have everything. You? The body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key. Just go through that hole and you'll be in the courtyard.
Are you supposed to feel guilty about the hole? His side tells you yes.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
no, don't listen to him. It's madness. Just talk. One moment you're running like the wind, then you've suddenly turned around and are giving him the finger, furiously, with both hands. Why?
Watch out!
No.
Everything goes dark.
Back so soon. It was no accident. Those were disco moves from your spinal cord. The spinal cord has yet to reveal itself to you. Its mysteries are unholy mysteries. If it comes off like that, it's because it is. And you are. I was wrong to let you go. I should have kept you here. Is it bright where you are? Is it terrifying? Have you felt the love?
That is too bad. We all need a little love. Are you okay?
No, you have sustained a trauma to your lower neck. In addition, you have strained your left trapezius muscle. Pain surges down your back when you move.
The chair took the brunt of it. Don't worry.
Are you sure, ma'am?
Yes, yes. Check on him.
Sir, I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry. This has always been a cop-friendly place. The drinks are on the house, okay? There were a lot of drinks on the tab. I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window, though. That's 100 square. don't thank me yet. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I just can't let you up there. And for God's sake, watch out for yourself.
Madonna, mare. Wow.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Hobocop.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get...
Non è vero.
Kuno's got this.
Ma...
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
Ma che cazzo?
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like 2 black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Slurs. Ingiuria.
They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno!
Drake non era un mostro. Vabbè, era strello sti cazzi.
You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. Just take it easy.
tame the Kuno? Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got. Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, pig o' naught. Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
You.
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking. He's totally choking.
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
You have no idea what the usual is. Just ask whatever comes to mind.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant. You're testing Kuno's patience?
Get lost,
The fuck about it? You're testing...
Get lost,
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't fucking...
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
Ma perché devo farlo?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the case they gave me.
Ma... Oh, ma che cazzo?
I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
Whirling. Ah, okay.
There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city. That's right. I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim. Later. Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case? Good.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
Yes?
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. The shoulders of your jacket grow heavy. The cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Quindi ne devo ritrovare 40.
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
Awkwardly. Shrugs. Okay.
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there. Somewhere.
Good. Facciamo così. Facciamo così. Dove cazzo vengo io?
The door is closed. You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it. Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker, especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering delicious. How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual.
The idea seems to make your neck expand. Suddenly, the garish tie feels very...
Or you could not do that. No one is making you. Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your... And when you're done thinking about them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Ma io non voglio.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Yes?
No.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
No problem, officer.
Fresco. Eh sì, vuoi capire? Fammi entrare. Ah, quindi in tutto ciò sono uscito senza scarpe in tutto ciò? Ah, hai capito. In tutto ciò io sono uscito senza scarpe. Wow, 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 wow.
There they both are, two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet. It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Ok, poi. Cazzo ci ho provato prima.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin. But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
In another time and place, she might have flirted back, but that ship sailed long ago.
Sailed.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Madonna.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
Interessante.
You've got guns of steel and a chiseled jaw somewhere under the bloated alcohol layer. Maybe she'd like to sponsor you. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas-relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green banner at the bottom reads, San Baptiste, Summer 31, Dinghy Races.
It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker, who then gives you money for it. You can get it back later for a slightly larger sum if it hasn't been sold, but you never end up doing that anyway. Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an old stone facade. That's the pawn shop. An old friend of my husband's goes there often. He says the owner is quite helpful.
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
You're quite welcome, dear. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Che carina.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Hey, up here, Picker.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez. With
No, non c'è una data.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
a golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor. One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer.
What is this insolence? She misunderstood. Of course, no one puts words in your mouth.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just a gardener. I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty...
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to...
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Of course. Where to? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
In the west is the miracle.
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But
rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
Anything else? The harbor gates? Some kind of commotion, I think? I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too. No problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000 years. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What did he just call you? Oh no, not this again. You just got away from that fucking kid.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who? Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time. I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
Should we? He's nice. I don't like nice.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself. I walk right past Measurehead and go, yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in a physical confrontation, or you could convert to a Seminese supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Sure. You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
Body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me. That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. Yes, Al-Ghul. Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you. Correct, my small skull servant. Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Show him the ham still got him.
Begging for help, attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness, and with frivolous, you will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Simonine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard. No, don't rip into anyone. You're sensitive. Remember? Communicate. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets.
Do not be naive. I know the answer to the great race enigma. Why would I share it with a deformed infant? You do not have the devotion for servitude. The racists are generally not very good examples of their race. I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race. I can see that. The Seminoles are the South Island race, haplogroup A4A, the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. We are the future. I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale. No. I have heard about it on the radio.
You would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Yes.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need education? People they are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white. Pinkness is a racial. The Koiko, the countless micronationalities, the Revacholians, halfway, those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and a receding genetic pool has led the Mound on reprehensible street parades. In Mound cities, the Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the Golden Pisanti, the other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem. Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, as proven by the Maun and the Mesk. Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The latter is...
Nature was not capable of more.
Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them worries me. Lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left, then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki Chimera? It is not an aesthetic sight. The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have toyed with the idea of crossing the Simonese with the Koiko to produce a super worker of Simonese strength and this will never happen. The Simonese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems as the mosquito. But enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves with the deformities of Type CF. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on? You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vacholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one. There always is.
Race is reality. There is nothing funky about them. There are 3 categories of chips, lesser races. Then there is the Simino Koiki Kaimira. The Koiko, this but enough. It is. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Chipere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and Venere.
Have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are...
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys. We came here to help the harbor.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because we were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer, or whatever he is. Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then, we charge. Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by failure, I always say.
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. Return if you fail.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through him. Interesting.
What are you talking about? I'm not tense.
Yes, he's tense. And dangerous. Somewhere below it all.
Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
Why not? I see numerous reasons not to pick a side in this local pity.
Let us work!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
What's it to you? No, don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people. We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.